In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. Zarkina betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the art, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorf, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so bright. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise. As Arkina sets his trap with darkness in his soul, Gorf races through the galaxies to save us from this toll. Lord Evil unleashed as chaos unfolds. Our heroes never falter, they brave what safe beholds. The past holds hiding secrets, but love can heal our scars. Beneath this battled surface, a princess wishes upon a star. With Ramsey's wisdom guiding him every night and day, they'll shield the light within them, while shadows try to sway. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise.
All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. What's up, everybody? It is almost 9 o'clock in the morning. I am Samuel. Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee. And before I begin, I am an independent comic book artist. I am an independent creator. I created There's Names in My Toilet, Cosmic Wars, Forbidden, ARG, Catch the Crazies, a bunch of stuff. But a lot of people know me from Duty and There's Names in My Toilet, my little green guy. And I'm bringing Duty's friends into the mix, so I want to introduce Cosmic Gorf and Cosmic Wars to you. And Gorf existed before Duty did, believe it or not. And, when I created Duty, everything got pushed to the side. Forbidden, Cosmic Gorf, everything just got pushed to the side. And I put a lot of energy into Duty, but the days go by fast, and there's only so much you can accomplish. And I wanted to be able to introduce Cosmic Wars to an audience while I still had the chance to do so. That doesn't mean that I'm not doing Duty. That doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything else. I'm still doing commission work. I'm doing cover work. But Duty's coming back in the summer. But Cosmic is something that's really near and dear to me. And, it's, I don't know if, I've been very sentimental lately, and I've been going on this like memory trip and this nostalgic moment right now. And I didn't realize going back to Cosmic Wars and drawing it that it would invoke all these emotions in me. And um, it's because I remember when I created, I was a kid and I was, living at home, my brothers and sisters and my mom, right? And, you know, life has changed and I lost my mom when I was out of high school. And so at that time, I had a bunch of friends, that we were adventurers, my friends Raymond and Angel, and, we thought we were going to rule the world. And so Gorf was an imaginary friend. He was Scrunchy at first, and then he became Cosmic Gorf through influences from TV shows like Too Close for Comfort, who had a character called Cosmic Cow. So now I get to play and I get to share that with you. And when I first created Gorf and released it as a comic book back in 2003, it was big worlds, lots of color, a lot of 3D renderings, and everything now I'm hand drawing. And I was a novice illustrator, I was a novice colorist. So I relied heavily on world building through 3D. So now I get to do it by freehand, and it's been fun. And behind me is Gorf and Zap, as they are battling a monster on an alien planet, really trying to get away from it. And so it's fun. So you can expect pages to look like this, right? You can expect a lot of action and adventure and drama. And this was Gorf back in when I was a kid. That's the initial design for Gorf. He was a combination of Alf, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he looked kind of funny, right? It's hard to believe, but now what he's become today. But I do want to share the fact that I have some fantastic illustrators that participated in this campaign. Lupons did this amazing homage to Frank Frazetta cover for Cosmic Wars. I mean, these are only going to be available on Kickstarter. If you're a fan of Lupons, if you're a fan of my work, and if you're a fan of Frazetta, you just hit the jackpot. So I'd get this right away if I were you. And then this was done by Marco DeFillo, a fantastic independent illustrator. He's done a lot of stuff, a lot of indies, most notably for Laurie Calcaterra, Path of the Pale Rider, which is currently on Kickstarter right now. So they did some amazing covers for the campaign. And then these two covers right here, covers A and B, are the covers that I did for the campaign. And everybody who pledges for a physical pledge will get this 4-inch Cosmic Guardian Defender of Freedom sticker. It is massive. It is big. And if you don't believe me, this is what it looks like. I'll put it up to my face. Look how big that sticker is, man. That is massive. It's like a Big Mac. And then every 20 backers, I'm holding a raffle. And the first raffle winner was Aurelis Delgado. She won a 10-pack gold foil special edition Forbidden trading card set. So the next raffle is Tuesday because we did get to 20 backers. We're at 24. I'm hoping to, get to 30 today. If you're watching this, man, you get that sticker. And if you pledge at $25 or over, you get this limited edition trading card, a special edition Gorf trading card. So there's two things you get, one for backing and one based on your tier. So that's pretty fantastic. So what am I going to do today? I also want to shout out, before I do that, I want to shout out Nim. He has Space Monkeys, which is on Kickstarter right now. And if 10 of you back this campaign, which is Cosmic Wars, at any level, if 10 of you back this campaign and the same 10 back his, everybody, no matter what the number is, all physical backers will get the physical version of this mashup between Gorf and Space Monkeys, and the digital backers will get a digital copy. So, shout out to Space Monkeys. Also, my boy, Will, he just dropped Psycho Sal Omnibus Collected Edition, which is on Kickstarter right now. And JD Rosario just launched Vicky Sticks on Kickstarter. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. Tomorrow I will be on Keith Gleason's Indie Comics Relay, so catch me on Keith Gleason. I can't wait, and Johnny C. I can't wait to catch up with those guys. I really love those guys. It's always a fun show to be on. If you were here at the beginning of the show, you heard the theme song to Cosmic Wars. Yes, there's a theme song. My goal is to try to influence and get this into a Netflix or Amazon Prime for an animation, but more to come. Scan that QR code at the top or hit the link at the bottom. Let me know. Leave a comment if you're going to back the campaign. But let's get going. I'm going to start drawing. And this is Gorf and Zap. I started it yesterday. It's on time lapse, so you'll see the whole process because this is being recorded. The screen is being recorded with the Clip Studio. And so I'll have it on time lapse. But this is Gorf and Zap united again. And so right now I'm just coloring Gorf, and I want to try to finish it today. I got so many pieces going on simultaneously, which is pretty crazy. So trying to get that stuff completed on time. But I'll put some music in the background in a second. So there's some. I actually don't like that. There you go. The undo button, the famous undo. I'll actually put some music on. So this way you're listening to some music as well. So you're just not hearing me breathing heavy or something. Let's put some. It's funny. When I lived in Jersey, I used to play these background musics background when I would draw. Like I'm always getting triggered by memories. I don't know if that's a sign of getting older, but that's a little too loud. At least in my earphones. There it is. Oh, I don't want that. I want this. There you go. Yes, it was exciting to know that we did fund early, but now we have 28 days to go in the campaign, and I want to get it into as many readers' hands as possible. That's always the goal of a comic book creator. Is like you want readers. Even if it's digital, you just want readers. You work hard for these things, and you're hoping to entertain people with your stories, and then hopefully those people come back for the follow-ups, right? That's the biggest form of flattery, knowing that you did your job, and other people will come back. Or they want to come back for your stuff. So, let's see. It's good to go back to the past and realize your growth. Thanks, cuz. Yeah, you're right. There's this moment in at least that I've experienced, right, with imposter syndrome, where you're not where you need to be artistically, but you won't acknowledge it because you're trying to get your stuff out there, and then you don't recognize when it actually happens. like when the growth kicks in. Um, I figured that out when my peers started commenting, because in the early days, I think what made duty entertaining back in the early days was it was funny, and when my peers started acknowledging my work, that's when I realized, okay, I am growing as an artist. I am getting better. You know, and even when industry professionals, I mean, when I've had some cats at the convention saying like, I really dig your work, and people that have been in the game for a while, that's when you're like, okay, that's cool. Now that's like really dope. Um, if I posted some sketches from Gorf versus a Crimson yesterday, which is right here, and I finished it last night. Here's that piece. So this is the piece that I started working on yesterday. I finished last night. I got 1,000 layers, but this is an infamous conflict that happens in the book with Gorf and the Crimson, uh, and I really, really, really dig this piece. It's crazy how time flies, because it just this weekend just started. It's Valentine's weekend. And I got lots going on at work, and now I got to pack and get ready for Texoma Comic Con, which is this coming Saturday and Sunday, and so I'm like, man. Plus, I'm working on this. It's like the days just go by so fast, and sheesh. Yes, folks, I did say sheesh. I used to say sheesh all the time as a kid. Sometimes it feels like I'm always drawing. um, but like the only thing, it's funny because I woke up this morning, yesterday, same thing. I woke up with the intent to work out, but I came to the draft table and I started drawing. I did the same thing today. I woke up with the whole purpose of working out, and all I can think about is finishing these pages and getting Gorf done. And so I didn't work out at all. I'm gonna try to catch up later this afternoon after I do this page. But the crazy thing is, like, every time I finish something, I have something else on my mind to finish. Like, I have a lot of unfinished pages. Is it this one? No, this is another piece that I did from the book. This one, like, I got to finish coloring this page, right? So the flats are there. I got to finish coloring. I have a page that I started, and I just got all the flats done, and I don't know, my system crashed, and I didn't hit save, and it didn't recover it, and I have to do it all over again. There's another piece of Gorf. Yeah, and I was so frustrated. I was like, wait, I know I just finished doing all of that work, and it's gone. So I watched The Marksman yesterday with Liam Neeson. I think that's his name, Liam Neeson. That was depressing, bro. It's not a movie you want to watch on Valentine's Day and then go to sleep, because I was mad. I was like, man, that was just heartbreaking. So I have these bunnies that like to hang out in my yard, and they live underneath my shed. And they built a home. They dug a home underneath my shed. One night, I didn't know that the bunnies were out there, and my dogs went out, and I thought it was a bird that I heard screaming for help. And I didn't know that my dog went out there and got one of the bunnies. And by the time I realized it was a bunny and not a bird chirping in the air, it was too late. And I tried to save the bunny. I didn't realize that my dog was a predator, savage hunter. And so we lost one of the bunnies for the family, and it sucked, because when I brought the dogs in and I took the baby bunny and I put it in the garage and I put it in the box and I was trying to, save it, the whole family was in the yard running around in circles looking for their baby, and it was depressing. So I built a little fence around where they dug the hole underneath the shed. Yeah, I know most people be like, get rid of the bunnies. I was like, nah, man. I'm going to be on Noah's Ark when it comes, because I love animals. So I built this fence. And so now, and I have this super duper alien powerful flashlight that lights up the whole universe. When you turn on that damn flashlight, I mean, it's like the sun came out all over again. And I go out before I let the dogs out every day. I make a sound like, and to the bunnies, letting them know, yo, predators are coming. It's time for you to, move. And normally they do. But then now they're getting used to me and they're hanging around thinking I want to play. I was like, no, you don't understand. I got dinosaurs in there. They're hungry and they're looking for you. I said, no, you gotta go. And now it's like a hassle getting them to, like, they think I'm playing a game. And I'm like, no, don't you remember what happened to Elizabeth? And they were like, who's Elizabeth? Isn't that the name of your sister? Anyway, but yeah, it's become like a thing now. And I'm like, geez Louise. Yeah, I can't help myself because, you know, we as humans, we're taking everything over, right? And their natural habitat is basically almost gone because we keep on with expansion and growth. And so when people are complaining about bobcats and coyotes, well, you took their home, sucker. It's like, transport them somewhere, give them another opportunity at life. They're trying to figure out how to live. It's like, sheesh. What do you expect them to do? So I had a frog. I don't know how on earth this frog made it to my yard because I'm probably like 3 miles away from a lake. And I'm like, what? How on earth did you get here, frog? And he's like, "Urgh." And I'm like, don't talk back to me, bro. I'm trying to figure out where you came from. He's like, "Urgh." I was like, all right, that's it. You're being disrespectful. And I don't know how that sucker got in my yard. And then I had some doves give birth in my yard. They built a nest on my. I have a what do you call those things? A hose. So I have a retractable hose for the yard, and it's mounted to the house, and above it is like a flat platform. Well, the doves came and they said, this looks like a good place to build a nest. And so they built the nest on that platform, and until the mama gave birth. That was pretty cool. I think the word got out. It's like, yo, that dude, he ain't gonna run you off, bro. He's gonna let you live there rent free. Go there. So it's crazy. Cray. But what are you gonna do? At least I know when the great flood comes, I'm good. I was like, yo, I'm that guy, remember? I saved you. Let's zoom out for a second. Looking good. Yeah, Gorf is so fun and easy to draw. If you look at Gorf, he's basically just 3 shapes. It's round, triangle, and like oval. Those are the shapes for Gorf. So if you're trying to draw Gorf, remember it's just 3 shapes you have to worry about. This I don't like here. Let's get rid of this. Let's do this way. Dun, 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 dun. Sketching and layouts are I'm pretty quick with that. But the coloring part takes forever. Because there's so many little nuances to each. But I always like dropping the flats first. I don't even know. Normally George and I, when we go to Texoma Comic Con, we always catch a movie at that casino theater. I'm not sure what's out there now. I haven't looked. But it's usually like a routine ritual because there's not much to do out there by the Choctaw Casino. But that movie theater has amazing popcorn, bro. Amazing popcorn. So one of the things I like to do is add another layer of shadow underneath to give it depth. In fact, I could open this up. Right, so when you add that extra layer of shadow, so you have, as you can see, there's a few layers of the shadow. It just gives more depth and realism to, in my opinion, to what you're doing. I found Monday I'll show it on one of the episodes of Catch the Craze or maybe the Art of Samuel channel. I found I threw some of them away, but I found a loose leaf book from high school, and I didn't realize how much I didn't pay attention in class because it was filled with just drawings of Cosmic Gorf in his original form too. It was in both. I had drawings of Alf, of Gorf, the new Gorf, the old Gorf. I had drawings of Spider-Man, my buddies. It's just fascinating to see. I was like, man, I must have been obnoxious to the teachers. Like, Samuel, focus. And I was like, sorry, Mrs. Johnson. Cool, that looks good. Maybe I'll do some, this blue here as well. I'm going to do a straight line. Boom. Boom. There you go. Yeah. Well done. Switch accounts. Okay, sorry. Hey, what's up, Mike? Morning. I'll put this on the screen so I can see it while I'm working. What's up, buddy? Okay. It's funny, I didn't even do his cloak. Go. Okay, so I like to do these guys in a separate layer. So this way I can do the next. So that was Gorf. And then you see if I'll take his layer off, I'm going to start working on Zap. And the reason why I do the characters when I draw them all on separate layers, because sometimes I want to use them for trading cards or stickers, and I could just extract it without having to redraw it again. It's easy to just copy it and instead of having to go through the whole mix again. Oh, let's just do this darker. If you haven't heard the song for Cosmic Wars, I'm going to play that now.
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. Zarkina betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the ark, the neon star, legends left
untold.
Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorf, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so
Life is a way. Love's our name.
Universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war.
Together we will rise.
As our king sets his trap with darkness in his soul, Gorf races through the galaxies to save us from this toll. Lord evil unleashed as chaos unfolds. Our heroes never falter, they brave what fate beholds. The past holds hiding secrets, but love can heal our scars. Beneath this battled surface, the princess wishes upon a star. With Ramses' wisdom guiding him every night and day, they'll shield the light within them, while shadows try to sway. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for cause is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war.
Together we will rise.
Together we will rise.
Yeah. I grew up in an era where we had the best cartoon theme songs, and music was everything. And I just had to have a cosmic theme song. It's just fitting um, for this character who's been with me my entire life. So um, it's pretty sweet. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's one day I'd love to be at a convention doing a panel with a bunch of cosmic fans and playing that and people just dancing and singing it. That'll be so dope. There were songs that I grew up with like DuckTales, Gummy Bears. I mean, they had some amazing theme songs, and I think art and music go hand in hand. One of the best theme songs for an animated cartoon is Down Straight, Fight as One. Oh, I gotta hear that. Down Straight, Fight as One. I gotta check that out. It was on the Avengers Assemble. Oh, but I always like the classics too. Oh yeah, the original X-Men. What? That was my cue. Get the cereal, get your Snuggie. X-Men is on, and then get your sketch pad because right after it was over, you wanted to draw. Uh, it's funny because when I was a security guard, this is how I'm going way back. When I was a security guard, the company I worked for, they had a 10th floor, which was like a lounge area. Um, and so I'd get there early on a Sunday because X-Men would come out Sunday morning. So I'd get there before I had to start working, just in time to watch X-Men and Spider-Man and his amazing friends before I started work. So I'd go and get my breakfast. And at that time, I'd go to Liberty Deli and get me a everything bagel with cream cheese and jelly and a coffee. And I'd go get a seat, and me and a couple of buddies from work, we just sit there and watch X-Men and Spider-Man, and then we dream. And that was around the time I was building Crazy Comics. I was starting to form my comic company, and I was plotting to take over the universe. Um, it was a interesting time. Yeah. I had a friend, Robert Garrett, rest in peace. He created Exmoor Studios, and he had a comic book called Galtow. He's a writer. Uh, and we met at work. And then we started working together, trying to figure out how to take over the world. And unfortunately, during early COVID days is when he passed. There's a good guy, definitely a good guy. Oh, I didn't even do this. There you go. We went to our first conventions together. At least we went to Wizard. That's when Wizard World was the thing. I used to love Wizard World, and we had some great adventures together going to Wizard World Comic Con, and and trying to figure out how we're going to break into it, and not break into Wizard World, but break into the game. And they're like, Sam, you're trying to commit a crime? No, man, that's not what I'm saying. And he was around the early days of Crazy Comics. He was one of their OGs. He was a good guy. That's why it's another one of the reasons why I wanted to produce Cosmic Wars early now. Because you never know, bro. You never know. Life's not promised to anybody. So if I have the chance to do it now, I'm going to do it now. And hopefully it entertains people and people like it, and hopefully they want more of it. So that's the whole purpose of, creating, to entertain people. But man, the days go by fast. I don't know about you guys, but damn, it seems like the clock is on a whole different level of speed. I'm like, man, I just started my weekend. It's already going back to work tomorrow. And it's like, good golly, Miss Molly, where's the time going? So tomorrow night, I'm going to be on Keith Gleason's show, which is dope. Indie Comics Relay. Keith Gleason is also an independent comic book creator and podcaster. And he also has his own, he also runs his own convention. So it's pretty cool. He's a good guy. Really good storyteller, has really good concepts. So I'm looking forward to being on this show. Stinks about you, buddy. Take over the world. Keep the legacy going. No doubt, time flies. Especially the older you get, it goes fast. Yeah, man. It's life is unpredictable how fast it goes. I was like, when I was a kid, time stood still. It's like I was talking to, I grew up with two friends of mine, Raymond and Angel, since elementary school. I think we met in the 3rd grade. And I think we were connected all the way up until my mom passed. And then Angel went into the Marines. My situation was just me and my sister. So we had to go and find a place and all this other stuff. So, we disconnected for a little bit, but little by little we stayed in touch. And then recently we connected again. And we were reminiscing about this stuff and the things that we did as kids. And I feel like the clock stood still. It's we can do no wrong. We're going to live forever. When you're a kid, that's what you think. Then you get older and it's like, oh, hell no. To the no, hell to the no. Everything just goes real fast. I'm like, what the hell? But, I try to minimize the amount of regrets I'll have, of like things I wanted to do, right? I think that's the whole part of it. Try to get as much stuff that you wanted to do as a kid done so you don't have too many regrets. And, while I didn't go into the Marines, because Angel and I were supposed to go into the service together, but my mom got diagnosed, so I didn't go. And because I wanted to be there, and I'm glad I didn't, because it was that year that she passed. And then it was just me and my sister. So, and I was young, so I had to grow up quick. I had to be put on my big boy pants and grow up quick and figure out how to pay bills and all that other stuff. And so I didn't get to go into the Marines. I hope I don't. There you go. I went the other route. I went to the security industry because I needed a job. It's not because I wanted to. It's because I needed a job. And Did that for a long time. A long time. I think I did security for like 17 years. It paid the bills. I was good at it, but life, life those has other ideas, right? And then you have to adapt. Sometimes it's not it doesn't line up with your plans. But I try to make time every day to create. I try to make time every day to connect with people. Not be like a social hermit. All right, I think you need another level of shadow. Multiply. I want to add another, just to get some depth in there. There you go. There you go. Create some depth in that bad boy. Yeah, man. My sob stories. What's the matter with you, Sam? You could tell I'm getting older, bro. Because I start talking about stuff. It's like hypersensitive too. Like, I cry easy now. I'm like, way easy, man. I got a rep to protect. What's with the tears, man? Hold that back. People are looking. Don't embarrass yourself. It's yeah, man. I think you're right. It's thank you, brother. I think we all need something that gives us an outlet. I think everybody needs an outlet, something that is yours, that you can hold on to, that you can be selfish with, right? Whether it's writing, dancing, singing, whatever that is. You need something that brings you joy, but then you need to be able to enjoy the people around you as well, and I think sometimes we think you can't have both. And I say you can be a good friend, you can be a good brother, you can be a good husband, a good boss, whatever it is, and you can still have your space as well. You can be accessible and have your own things as well. I think for years we were taught to believe that you don't need anybody. It's about you, individual achievement. That's all horse pookie. It takes a village. Can it be all simple? Wu-Tang boys. Can it be all so simple? Yeah. Let's see. How does this look? All right. Oh, I forgot the hair. What's the matter with me? All right, let's zoom out for a second. Let's get Gorf in there. Boom. There these guys go. They're ready for action. Time for some action. So now we got to get the ground. So this is, dude, look at that. So I always add a black flat layer in the background. And the reason why is because sometimes the magic wand doesn't get all the little nuances, right? So I take out this black. So when I did this, I have a black background and it covers all those little speck holes. So I don't have to go in and zoom in and try to fill all these little gaps. So I fill it with the black already. You see that white there? That white spot right there, if I zoom in. See all those white spots? But then if I, boom, it's gone. Magic. Boom, there it is. Now it's gone. So it saves me a whole lot of time trying to fill that stuff in. All right, I gotta do the ground. Let's see. Ground. Where's this? All right, I'm gonna hide Gorf and Zap. I'm gonna create a folder for them. One for Gorf, one for Zap. Put them in a folder. Zap. Put them in a folder. All right, cool. Boom, boom. So now I'm gonna use the magic wand too because I want to add some texture to the rocks. To the ground. So what I'm doing is, if you ever looked at a rock, you see a lot of little specks and texture and elements to it. This one's not even, I didn't even get that. And so I always start off with a spatter brush. So if I zoomed in, you'll see that I'm adding some texture to the rock with the spatter to the ground. And then I use another one and I gently go over, because rocks have a lot of different shaded pieces and elements to it, and scuff marks and the ground as well. So I try to do this before I do anything else. And then I get the little, I use a lot of different elements. So I'd use a spray brush, a droplet brush, and I do a running spray brush, which is like a sport, it gives you different tones. Right? And then I'll start going in I'll create another layer underneath. And I'll start going in with like shaded areas. Right? And I'll fill this space up. And that is 57. That's too dark. I want it a little lighter. There you go. There you go. That's better. In the foreground, I'm gonna have dust and smoke, but in the background, I'll do this stuff. So this layer that I'm adding these shaded elements is underneath the layer that has the specks, right? So that way it still shines through even in the shade, in the darkened spots. One movie that I'm looking forward to when they finally finish it is a remake. Is The Neverending Story. I'm looking forward to that. Just see if they're able to complement it. You know, because that's a classic that has a cult following. You know, and it's seeing if they can recapture those emotions. Would be nice to see. Yeah, they are. They've been making. They've been. It's been in production for a while. It's supposed to come out, I think, fall or Christmas this year. We'll see. Um, you know, timing is everything, and I know they're trying to figure out the timing of it. But I mean, speaking of theme songs, the Neverending Story had a great theme song. You know, it's like it pulls on the heartstrings. Turn around. Tell me what you see. Remember that? That was awesome. I went to a convention and I knew it was going to be a great show for me because the convention on the PA was playing the theme song to the Neverending Story. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to kill it this weekend. It's on like Donkey Kong. They know Sam is here. Let's get this going. And it was a great show. And I think that's what conventions need. You know, there's a really good convention in Bucks County, PA. It's called ZoloCon. I wish I was on the East Coast because I did that right before I moved out to Texas. And it's a collector's show, but I was there as an artist and I had a table. And it was fantastic, man. It was in an old NASA building, like Space NASA, in a circular dome. Yeah, the horse scene, absolutely. Oh, I cried. Atreyu. Anyway, forget about it. And so it's in a circular dome, and so the setup was in a circle. And they had jumbotrons playing Godzilla. They played all the original cartoon commercials for like He-Man and G.I. Joe, and then they were playing the Neverending. And I had such a great time at that show. I did extremely well at that show. But, you know, to travel all the way down there from Texas is not an easy feat. But I was glad I got to do it because they understood how to put a show together, and they understood that it was all about nostalgia, you know? And it was fantastic, man. And conventions today are missing that, right? You know, they're so focused on the celebrity element. They should be having big screens on the TV. They should be playing all these commercials and the stuff that inspire people to buy. Because if you're playing a He-Man Christmas commercial from Toys R Us, a He-Man on a big screen at a convention, don't you think that the people standing around thinking about what they want to buy, they're like, yo, now you just pulled on my heartstrings. I want to remember my childhood. I'm going to go and buy me some He-Man, right? It's like, that's the stuff that you got to do at these conventions. Um, most of the time they don't even have anything on the music playing. I'm like, come on, guys, seriously? One day I'm going to return to the New York Comic Con. But when I do, because that's a huge expense, when I do, I want to work with the New York Comic Con because I want to host a panel. That's the only time I want to go back is if I can get into doing a panel, because I'll promote that bad boy like crazy, and I want to do an after party. I want to work with other local independents and get some sponsors and host an after party. That's the only way I'm going back to New York Comic Con. It's a lot of celebrities at cons live. Yeah, notice, which is okay, but it's too much. Yeah, it's too much sometimes because it's you're either gonna have a celebrity con or a Comic Con, right? And I don't know, it just drives me nuts when you don't get the audience you're looking for because new ground. They're all actually, I want that up here. I don't want that there. It's look, I love having celebrities represent and but dude, you have the name Comic Con on it, and you don't even highlight the celebrity comic artists. Like, they don't even want celebrity comic artists anymore because they don't want a repeat of what Image Comics did, right? So they try to hide that from you. They made a rule that says the artist cannot be bigger than the brand, and so it makes it a little more challenging to have those kind of shows because they're paying for these celebrities. Where do they get their money from? They get it from the vendors and the artists and from their tables and booth setup and all that stuff. So let me zoom out for a second. All right, gotta add some. Actually, nope. There it is. No. Overlay. That's what I need. Overlay, and like a gold overlay. Actually, let me try with this. Trying something new right now, see if it works. Yeah, it's coming along. Boom. I shared this story before about Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters, right? So Ernie Hudson and I were walking into Pittsburgh Comic Con. This is back in 2008, I believe, long time ago, right? It's 8 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. I have my coffee and stuff. He's walking. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey." I was like, "I know you," and he's like, "I don't know you." I was like, "Sucker," and we started talking. And we're walking. He goes, "What do you do?" I said, "Well, I have my booth, Crazy Comics." And he goes, "Hey, you got your breakfast. I got my rice. Can I join you?" So he joined me, and I was there with George and Annie Balaroyo. Or was it Jonathan? Or it might have been Alibaba. But so he sits down, and we're having breakfast with Ernie Hudson. And he wanted to buy the books, but I gave it to him so I can take a photo with him, right? Fast forward years later, we're at Superhero Comic Con. We couldn't even get to him without paying $400 a ticket. But back then, I was able to have breakfast with him. It's crazy, right? How the world has changed. I'm really good for writers and artists. I really don't go for the celebrities. Yeah. Yeah. You know, that same convention that I was at, Superhero Comic Con, they had David Finch there. Nobody knew he was there. And they had, what's his name? Arthur Adams in Artist Alley. And they weren't on the top billing. They weren't being promoted that they were there. It was just like, what? Are you kidding me? These guys are icons, bro. You know, it's like, and if you know David Finch's work, that guy's a beast. Let's see now. All right. Coming along. I still got to do the rocks down here. I got to be on his review critic stream. Oh, nice. Yeah. I really good. Yeah, I ended up bumping to them. Yeah, David Finch is a beast. I watch his live stream. He's a big fan of Ryan Otley. He's always giving him his flowers. You know, he's a fantastic inker and illustrator. I love his work. You know, it's but that's an example of how do you have someone like him of his caliber at a convention, but then there are no one's giving him his flowers. It's crazy. You know, he's not on the top billing. He's not. He should have been. They didn't even have a panel with him or Arthur Adams. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, it was like, come on. Nice, nice. You know who's also a fantastic dude? Brian Polito. He's a stand-up guy. Yeah, that show sucked. Yeah, that show was brutal. That show was rough. I knew that show was not going to make it. A couple reasons why. When we got there, they had all the celebrities on one building. And what people had to go out there across the other building. So most people were going to be over there where the gaming was and the celebrities. And then the only time there was any action in artist alleys when they were hosting those panels. And when I saw really fantastic creators packing up, only a day and a half into it, because they had the convention started on a Thursday. It was 4 days. That was a big mistake. It shouldn't have been 4 days. And then I started seeing fantastic creatives leaving Artist Alley and packing up on Friday night. And it started Thursday. They were like, yo, I'm not staying for the weekend. This sucks. I never pack up early ever, but every day. Because it was also till 8 o'clock at night. So it was like Thursday through Sunday, and it was long days. And the boys were out from the East Coast, so we just went. We went to Riverwalk, and we hung out at Riverwalk, and we went to the movies and went to dinner, and we hung out with a friend. I think it was Jay Salazar, and it was just not good. That was in San Antonio, Superhero Comic Con, and nothing super about it. Yeah, it was. That was a show that I tried 2 shows in San Antonio. It was Superhero Comic Con was one of them, and there was another one I did in San Antonio that I tried, and it just seems like it's not a good place, at least for me. Running conventions for comics, it's always I forgot what was the other one. See, that's how I got PTSD from that one. I forget the name of it, but I was like, all right, I'm done with San Antonio. Thank you. I'll visit because the Riverwalk is legit, but Comic Cons, no, it's not going to happen. I mean, we had fun at the Riverwalk. We went to this pub where they had a musician and he was taking requests. So I gave him everything from Bon Jovi to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was giving the classics, and we got the whole bar to sing, which is awesome. But the convention, no bueno, no bueno. Let me go up here. Oh, happy birthday. You told me I would have thanked him. Happy birthday to you. Have a great day, buddy. He said, "Did Sam just sing?" Yep, that's me. That's me, bud. That's too much. I need a little yellow. That's too much too. I'm gonna add another layer of texture down here. It shouldn't be 57. It should be 46. There you go. All right, let's get you guys in there. All right. All right, T. Now let's get the backdrop, the clouds in the sky. Butterflies in the sky. Let's get a little lighter down the bottom. All right. Now let's add I think I'm going to Popular Culture Con in Houston. Mark Bagley and Sam De La Rosa. Nice. Nice. Pop culture. Nice. That's dope. Yeah, I think for me, I only have LitCon, which is in a couple weeks, and I'm sorry, yeah, Texoma Comic Con this Friday, Saturday, Sunday coming up. And then LitCon, which is in Greenville, Texas. And then I'm working on Free Comic Book Day, doing an appearance at one of the comic shops. Outside of that, nothing else. You know what? It'd be nice to have a moon in the background. Let's do a moon back there. Right? And boom. There you go. Are you guys hiding? There you go. Boom. I don't know yet if I'm doing College Station, because College Station last year was horrible. I don't know what happened. There was several games going on that weekend, college games, and it was dead. It was not the College Station that I was used to. It was torture. So not sure just yet about that one. Which sucks because I love that show. I've always loved that show, but damn, I was like, I can't be taking these kind of hits. Where'd all the people go? I had a couple of regulars that came by and they were like, they told me what was happening. They said that all the bars were having some sort of they were hosting game whatever it is. I don't like any of that stuff there. Yeah, the bars were hosting oops. Game viewing, whatever you call that stuff. I think I'm going to add some darkness in the background, make it a little more dark. I got out there a lot. My daughter plays in a soccer club. Oh, nice. Yeah, it always used to be one of my favorites, and I don't know what happened. It just last year, and it could have been a one-off, but that scared the bejesus out of me. I was like, because last year was a hit or miss with conventions for me. I took more L's on profitability than I did than I made profit on some of these shows. The San Antonio show, the College Station show. I took losses on those. Let me see. Nope. No, like. Maybe this one. That one, it seemed like they did change the date. I mean, I was definitely told it was an anomaly. They said it's not the norm. I mean, 1 out of 3 years, which is change that up to, actually, this is going to be this. Nope. This is what I'm working with color tones and textures, and there we go. Much better. Yeah, the one I got Dallas. So I think Fan Fest, Fan Expo, is because of FIFA, the World Cup. That got pushed, but that show doesn't take care of their artists, and they jacked up the prices that are just too unrealistic now. Where is that? So I need you behind you. Then you have to be this. And you have to be. Let me see if I get some specs here. I need a glow in your Is this it? Let's see. Make it a little bigger. Let's glow. Do that like that. But let's see if I can add this. Where's the moon? There's the moon. Just trying something. I don't like that. Let's do later. Nah. Tried it. Don't like it. But I can make the moon fade. So let's the moon fade. Put you guys all in one. That's fine. What's this? Time for a break? No? Get out of here. All right. So, oh, hey, Jesus. My dog was underneath my wheel and my chair. Man, dude, why are you sitting underneath the chair, bro? I almost killed him. Dude. Sorry, buddy. You okay? You have to get all dramatic on my live feed, bro? Really? All right. Get that. Sorry about that. Now my other dog is stuck to my shoelaces. This is a travesty. So thank you guys for joining me today. This is Cosmic from the comic book Cosmic Wars. This is a piece I did yesterday of Gorf and a Crimson, which is pretty dope. Here is another piece I did a few days ago of Gorf fighting Zarkinar, the pirate overlord. And here's another scene, Gorf, hero on a mountain scene. This is Princess Reina looking for Gorf. Princess Reina and Zap looking for Gorf. So this is my comic book. It's on Kickstarter right now. And, we are currently at, thank you, buddy. We're currently at 24 backers. We're trying to break a record with this campaign and try to get as many backers as possible. So please share it, like it. And remember, if you back it today or any day, you're going to get you're going to get this bad boy right here. Boom. Look how big this is. A free Cosmic Guardian 4-inch sticker. You become an honorary member of the club. And all pledges of $25 or up will get this exclusive limited edition Gorf trading card. But outside of all the free stuff, it's a great comic. It's a great story. It's something I'm very proud of, and I want to share it with the world. So thank you, everybody, for watching me today. Hit that link below. Get yourself a copy of Cosmic Wars today. Let me know that you did, bro. Post it on social media. It's like, hey, Sam, I got a copy for myself. Let the world know where you got it, and I'd love for you to share it with everybody. But thank you, Cuz. Thank you, everybody. Today, happy birthday, Michael Garner's son. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to leave you with this song to Cosmic, and we'll go from there. Let me put back that piece that I just did. Boom. And let's play that song on our way out. Thank you, everybody.
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. Zarkina betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the art, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorf, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so bright. Together we will rise. As our king now sets his trap with darkness in his soul, Gorf races through the galaxies to save us from this toll. Lord evil unleashed as chaos unfolds. Our heroes never falter. They brave what fate beholds. The past holds hiding secrets, but love can heal our scars. Beneath this battled surface, the princess wishes upon a star. With Ramsey's wisdom guiding him every night and day, they'll shield the light within them while shadows try to sway. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, the battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for cause is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for
Algo por ahí.
cause is